They're due at 3 o'clock, aren't they, nurse?
Yes, doctor. 3 o'clock.
I never thought you'd make it.
Why not? I said 3 o'clock. Everything went well?
So far, perfectly.
Who did you use?
Her name is Yvette Rachou.
Well, her past doesn't matter now. Yes, the shape of the face is right, and the eyes. She agreed, of course.
Of course. You pay very well.
I can't afford failure.
Mr. Calder?
Yes?
Oh, we are ready now. Mr. Calder, doctor?
Stayman. How do you do?
Can my associate stay?
Yes, of course.
How was it?
We shall know the moment the dressings are removed.
Okay, take them off.
There you are, gentlemen.
It's good. Very good. Better than I dared hope.
Carmel here. Oh, it's you, Mel. Yes, I'm feeling much better. You have got them. Good. Just let me get a pencil. Yes? Okay, Mel, go ahead. 35.6. 30.3. 24.2. Now, those are final, not projected. I see. Well, yes, Mel, they could be better. But remember, the scheduled quarter's only just begun. Well, sure. The spectaculars are bound to. Oh, thanks, Mel. Sorry about this, Jason. Richard, could you come in, please? I have the new weekly share figures. Now, where were we? You know, Jason, this Mark Caine television series of yours could be a great thing for the network. No reason why it shouldn't run for 10 seasons. Ah, Richard, good. Excuse me a second, Jason. Richard, mark these figures up there on the chart for me, would you please? Now, you just told me the opening sequence, right? The teaser. Are you with me, Jason?
Yes, I'm with you. We've just seen...
Well, go ahead, Jason. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, now we've seen... Oh, yes, Frank Calder come out of prison. We could start on the tower, pan down to the door as it opens. Now he comes out with the brown paper parcel under his arm, of course. Joins up in Switzerland with his colleague Litchfield. Now, he should be young, intelligent looking, and approves of face surgery of the girl.
Good TV material. And good for you, too. Hey, we bought that old movie of yours, Index Finger Left Hand, from the film company, so it all ties in. Now you go out for the titles, eh?
Oh, yes, why not?
Okay, I'm all yours.
You don't think it'd be a good idea if you just read the synopsis yourself?
Jason, when I'm trying to make up my mind whether to buy a series or not, I like to be told about it. Providing you don't mind, of course.
Chacun a son goût.
What? Well, that's fine, fine. Yeah, see, I can see it better that way. I can see it. Well, all right, Jason, the titles are over. Go on, what's next?
Girl on a motorboat, in a bikini.
Yeah, I go along with that. We'll need some more titles here as well. The name of the episode? Your credit?
Yes, of course. And we finish the sequence on an hotel and bring in Mark Caine. 6 feet and a half inches of steel, not tall by today's standards, but so slim and well-proportioned that he gives the appearance of a lithe athlete. He has dark curly hair, streaked by the sun, and a moustache. Oh, by the way, I still haven't thought who should play him on television. What's the matter?
No, it's great, Jason, it's great. It's just, one little thing. Why do we go to Mark Caine?
Why?
Yes, why?
Well, as it's supposed to be about him, I thought it might be a good idea if he were to appear.
Well, don't get me wrong, Jason, but, well, you see, in television, you have to punch into the story.
Yes, what about motivation and characterization?
Jason, who cares about motivation?
I do.
Oh, sure, in your novels, you need it, yeah, sure, but in television, I got all those other channels to worry about. One wrong move and we've lost our audience.
Well, doesn't Mark have to meet the other characters? Or doesn't he?
Sure, but let him meet him off screen. Believe me, Jason, I've had a lot of experience in this business. And that reminds me, couldn't you make Mark Caine more
what?
Well, don't get me wrong, Jason, but, in television, we like our heroes to be more like heroes. Not so, offbeat. After all, Jason, look, in television today, heroes don't really wear those long mustaches like that, do they?
Well, he's not a cowboy, you know.
Okay? Fine. Now, where's the villain of the piece?
The villain? I don't want to give the whole thing away in the first shot.
Trust me, Jason, trust me. Now, where's your protagonist?
Well, I thought I might introduce him much later on a yacht in Monte Carlo Harbor.
Jason, that's okay. But none of this time-wasting stuff. If he's there, so is Mark Caine.
How did he get there?
Just put in a line somewhere that he's going for a cruise. Who's the girl?
She's just there for the dressing, sex appeal.
Then get her clothes off and carry on with the story.
Where did you say you were staying, Mark?
At the Columbia.
Why don't you come aboard?
Perfectly comfortable. I'll come on board when we sail. On the cruise.
We leave the day after tomorrow. Are you doing anything this evening?
Relaxing. Any suggestions?
Sure.
That's good, Jason. That's good.
You are a very skillful gambler, Mark. Skillful and lucky.
Luck is a bracelet of charming permutations.
That is what counts, the luck. Me, I play well, I always lose.
Only the tables are bet.
Oh. Michel Andre. I thought you were dead.
I'm sorry, but I...
What's wrong, Michel? It's me, Umberto Bellini.
I know you?
Know me?
Something wrong, darling?
I don't know, Colin. This man, he says he knows me.
Oh.
I do know her.
He called me Michel. Michel Andre.
Wait for me in the car, darling.
But, Colin...
Please, Catherine. I'll talk to them. I'm sorry, Mr.
Bellini. Umberto Bellini. This is Mark Caine.
Colin Weldon. Mr. Bellini, I imagine you met my fiancée over 2 years ago.
Yes, I did.
Then she won't know you, even if she is this Michelle you believe her to be. I met my fiancée, Catherine, in a hospital in England. She suffers from a loss of memory, Mr. Bellini. She has no recollection whatsoever of anything prior to the last 2 years. Look, could we talk about this some other time? I don't like to leave her alone.
Yes, of course, Mr. Weldon.
Look, come to my yacht, the Salamander, tomorrow.
That would be very nice. He took the bait completely. I know he did.
But what did he say? Exactly.
Very little. Invited us aboard the yacht, like I said.
Nothing else?
Nothing much. Nothing you wouldn't expect.
There was another man with him.
Yes. Caine, I think his name was. Mark Caine.
Allô? L'inspecteur Rousseau. Non, c'est personnel. Mark Caine. D'accord. Hello, Henri. Fine. And you? Oh, usual, the Columbia. Well, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I want you to find out about a girl called Michelle André. She's supposed to have died in England a couple of years ago. No, I'm afraid I haven't got much else, Henri. She was a friend of Umberto Bellini's. That may help.
Yes. I'm warming to this, Jason. What happens next?
Well, we pick it up the next day on Umberto's yacht, the Salamander.
They told me it was a fire. I remembered nothing until I woke up in hospital. And that, for me, was the start of my life. A little later, I met Colin, and we've been together ever since.
But you saw the doctors.
Yes, of course. Specialists all over Europe.
What did they say?
That Catherine's healthy as you or I. There seems no medical reason why her memory shouldn't come back.
But it doesn't. It just doesn't. I tried all the time.
We can only hope that one day some incident, a place, a person, may prove to be the missing key.
You did try to find out who you really are.
Yes, at first.
And then it didn't seem to be so important.
And the name Michel André means nothing to you?
Nothing. Except...
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I begin to believe what people tell me. I think I can remember things that I can't. So, tell me about Michelle, Signor Bellini.
Oh, I knew very little about her past. Only the times we spent together.
On this yacht?
Yes, Michelle and I went on many cruises together.
To Greece?
Why do you say that?
Greece? I don't know. It just came into my head. I suppose I must have guessed.
Then you guessed wrong. We never went to Greece. Mark.
Oh, good morning. Morning. Thought I'd come aboard. I hope you don't mind.
Have you been there long?
No, I've just arrived. Why, have I missed something?
Bellini's man, Gerard, flew to England this morning.
Good. Then he'll find further evidence.
It means Bellini has doubts.
Of course he's got doubts. But he'll accept Michelle when Gerard gets back.
Good morning.
Yes?
I was thinking of your fiancé last night. I think I can help. Have you seen Van der Veld?
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, I think I can arrange a meeting. He's the best man in the field.
I'm sorry, Mr. Caine. She isn't feeling too well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Some other time, perhaps.
Of course. I'll leave the address.
You'll find it'll be a great help. Thank you. Now, would you please leave? I'm sure you'll understand.
Yes, of course.
Well, at a guess, I'd say he wanted to see her alone.
Do you think he's in with Bellini?
No.
Well, there's over $1 million involved. That could be an incentive.
He knows nothing.
So we take no action. Is that what you're saying?
We'll only draw attention to ourselves.
May I say something, Calder?
Don't call me that here.
I'm sorry. If I avoid him, won't that make him even more suspicious?
Oh, we'll worry about that.
I think I could get him to talk.
You're not paid to think.
Now listen, Calder. I'm in this as much as you are.
I just told you, don't call me by name, ever. I've no interest in your opinions. Do what you're paid to do and shut up.
Meanwhile, Bellini's man is back in England. The name carved on the stone, it reads, Michel Andre.
Yes. Yes. I think I like it.
No, believe it or not, there's a lot more.
Oh, yes, I appreciate that. Well, go on.
Well, I thought this was a good point to bring in the commercials.
Yes. Yes, you could well be right. We hold on the gravestone, see the name Michel Andre, and then fade out.
We fade in on the hotel, cut inside to Mark's room, and see him going through the papers with Inspector Rousseau.
Inspector Rousseau, who's that?
Rousseau, he's a friend of Mark Caine's. Mark phoned him for information.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Go on.
No idea Umberto's past was quite so diverting.
We can't prove all that, of course, but we are reasonably sure.
I'm more interested in the girl.
She was Bellini's girlfriend, but she finally left him for another, a certain Johnny Siegel. Almost immediately was arrested in England for armed robbery. He died last year whilst serving his sentence.
What did Umberto do when Michel walked out?
That's mostly conjecture, of course. But apparently he went after Michelle the moment she left. He might have caught up with her, too, but the house she was staying in caught fire. She died in the blaze. Her body, unrecognizable by all accounts, was buried in England.
Umberto playing with matches.
Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better. What makes you so sure this girl's an imposter, Mark?
Instinct. Takes an inveterate liar to know one. Would you like another drink?
Yes, please.
I was with Umberto when he saw Michelle. Her fiancé was with her, a man called Weldon, Colin Weldon. Umberto said he recognized her, and she claimed loss of memory.
So you said?
That scene was too good to be true.
What are you driving at, Mark?
It's strange that Weldon didn't question more. I mean, under the circumstances, wouldn't you ask if your fiancé had been married? I think you'd be curious about that.
Yes, I suppose. I suppose I would.
Weldon asked nothing, which means he already knows.
And Michelle isn't who Bellini thinks she is, eh?
Yes, Jason, yes. I like it. I like it. I can see why that scene is there.
I'm delighted to hear it.
Will you go back over this information?
Go back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Filthy habit.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of important plot lines there. I don't want our audience to miss anything.
Miss anything? It's translucent to the point of confusion.
Exactly. They've got to know that Bellini's being conned, know the girls are fake, know that Mark Caine is onto them. Remember all this business about the fire that took place in England 2 years ago. And who's this guy Siegel who died in prison?
No one approves more of simplification, but oversimplification leads to utter confusion and static scenes. It'll all be clear as the story progresses.
Jason, you know that, and I know that, but we're intelligent people. I think we should give the viewers these facts again.
Why not run the scene twice?
Jason, you're not accepting my points in the spirit I'm giving them. The Mark Caine show will be different.
Only in name.
The networks like to give the audience a choice.
So I've noticed. French Riviera, day.
So the body in the coffin could not have been Michelle.
It was a woman of perhaps 40 years of age with a hip deficiency would have produced a limp.
Suppose Michelle survived the fire, and this other woman was buried in her name.
And the woman here could be her.
It seems a possibility. Now, who would want to go to so much trouble to arrange all this? And why?
What if her memory returns?
Michelle left me once. That was her mistake. It might be for the best, Gerard, if there were to be an accident.
Bellini's on his yacht. I think it's time we paid him a visit.
All right.
You wait here till we get back.
How long will you be?
Me, just a few minutes, that's all. Now wait here and talk to nobody.
Good morning.
Caine,
It's all right. They've gone back to the yacht.
what do you want?
I want to talk to you. I want you to help me. And perhaps help yourself.
Yes, you could be right. When it's all over, they'll kill me. I'm sure they will.
When what's all over?
Oh, I can't talk now. I'm scared of them. If they see me,
Where do you want to meet?
they're going out this afternoon. I'll be in my room about 2:30.
Who are they?
I only know the names. There's Litchfield, my fiancé, and Calder, Frank Calder.
Was he the man in your hotel room? Smokes a cigar.
Yes, he was. Now, would you please go? If they see me...
I'll see you this afternoon.
Thank you.
I agree. It's a wonderful news. Wonderful news.
The doctor thinks there's every chance of total recall. Complete recollection. I think I should thank you, Mr. Bellini.
Oh, what?
Well, you remember that I said a place or a person may be all that was needed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you may well turn out to be that missing key.
So you do believe your fiancé is Michel André?
Yes, I really do, Mr. Bellini.
Michelle? 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 It's Mark.
I'll be all right, really.
Gas crystals for bath salts. A coroner would have said you'd gone to sleep in the bath.
Yes. Yes, I can see that sequence working. Plenty of music, not much dialogue.
Then we cut.
I know what's bothering me.
What?
We haven't had a fight yet.
A fight?
Mark, look out!
I'm so sorry. I must have got carried away.
No, Jason, it's great.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Oh. Now that's television. Now it's exciting. Now what's next?
Well, Mark phones Inspector Rousseau.
To pick up the two heavies, Litchfield and Calder.
Yes.
And then?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Then, I seem to have lost the page. Oh, yes, here we are. We go to the cemetery.
Wait a minute, Jason. Hold it. Mark Caine's supposed to be in France. How come he turns up at the cemetery?
That was your brilliant story consultant's idea. He said TV audiences like a change of scenery. Details are unimportant.
Right. You can fix it on a rewrite. Or better still, and this is an idea you'll love. Go to the cemetery. But instead of Mark Caine, we pick up his assistant.
His what?
His assistant.
Mark Caine doesn't have an assistant.
Well, maybe he doesn't now, not in the books. But it would be a big advantage in the series. I don't know which actor will get to play Mark Caine.
Oh, yes, I wanted to talk
But
to you
whoever
about
it is,
that.
he'll need some days off. A TV series is very rough on the lead actor, Jason.
Or why not make it with puppets? Or as a cartoon?
Yeah, I wish I could. Be a lot cheaper. And no temperaments. But seriously, Jason, just think about the idea. It'll grab you, I know it will. Just picture the cemetery. Mark Caine's assistant is... Hey, I've got an even better idea. Right with the current trend.
Well, if your only concern is the viewing figures, there is a bigger market.
Okay, Jason, okay. We'll talk about it later. Go on with the plot. Not now, Richard.
No, I'm completely confused.
No. You go on, Jason. Go on. Don't take any notice of me. You go ahead.
Mark Caine is with Inspector Rousseau.
I'm holding Litchfield and Calder. For the time being.
Do they have any police records?
Not in France.
Hold them as long as you can.
It will be difficult, Mark. They've already requested to see the British consul.
What about the girl?
The hospital would like to keep her under observation for 24 hours, but she'll be all right.
Henri, I want you to publicize this incident.
You mean the papers?
Yes. The attempt on the girl failed. They might try again, if they can read.
So, your scheme didn't prove very successful, Gerard.
It was careless of me.
Don't blame yourself. I mean, how could you know that Mark Caine would choose to visit the girl at such an inopportune moment?
Nevertheless, I would welcome the opportunity to rectify my mistake.
I shouldn't think we'd have any more visitors now.
Expecting trouble, Mark?
There's an attempt on Michel André's life today. I was simply being cautious.
I see. How is she?
As well as can be expected. What have you got to report?
I went to the cemetery. It seems the grave has been opened.
Yes.
Twice.
Right.
Makes sense if you think about it.
First time to remove the real Michel André's remains.
And the second time, someone discovering some kind of planted evidence.
Evidence to suggest that it wasn't Michel who had died.
Right.
Sort of combination that would appeal to my gambling friend Umberto Bellini.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's an attempt on her life this afternoon.
How terrible.
Apparently did the trick. It's brought back her memory. She can now prove she's Michel André.
Can I see her?
Yes, I think so, eventually. The doctors want her to themselves first. They don't want any sudden shocks.
Ah, no, of course, I understand. Thank you for telling me, Mark.
Oh, it's the least I could do. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
Good night, Umberto. Don't bother. I'll find my own way.
Believe him.
I can't afford to do otherwise. We leave for Greece immediately.
Bellini booked 2 air tickets to Athens, through to Procopion. That's a small village, or 100 or so kilometers north of the capital.
Will you get the Greek police to delay them?
I could always arrange for a passport technicality.
Good.
Thanks. But it won't stand for long, Mark. And I shall be forced to release Litchfield and Calder soon.
I only need sufficient time to get to Procopion first.
Well, go on, Jason.
Fade out.
Fade out. Now, where are we now?
In Greece.
I don't know, Jason.
You don't know what?
Well, it's hard to put my finger on it, Jason. But this story is swinging around, taking place all over Europe.
We have been signaling Greece since the story began.
But the viewers may have missed it.
Mr. Carmen, are you deliberately being obstructive?
Well, Jason, I'm just making a few observations I thought may have been helpful.
Your observations are so blatantly obvious that I was quite prepared to accept them as manic as your consumption of pills of every size and color, allied to your tick for answering the telephone and studying your chart simultaneously. But if either you or your Mickey Mouse cuckoo clock interrupt me again, I repeat again, I shall stuff the Mark Caine series up one of your cathode ray tubes. Do I make myself clear? We favor Mark Caine. That's better. At a table with Michel André, a young Greek walks in. His name is Andreas.
ابو زياد هذاك بزيد عن هذا 30 كيلو لحم. ايوه اللي بتاع
Somebody's recognized you. Order me a drink, I'll be back.
Don't worry about the time. You're going nowhere.
Λίγο μπέλα. Πότε έφυγε, σου είπε τίποτα?
Όχι, μόλις έφυγε. Δηλαδή, έχει αρκετή ώρα που έφυγε.
Ευχαριστώ.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Hello, Mark. How nice of you to call. So it really was Michelle all the time, huh?
Apparently.
When I first saw her, it was a big shock. I thought perhaps it was a confidence trick.
What made you change your mind?
I don't know. One or two things. Gerard checked up in England.
Was one of them the cemetery?
Then she mentioned Greece. That got me thinking. Only Michelle could have known that.
Was that when you decided to kill her? May I try the marmalade, please? Marmalade. Must have proved it was Michelle. Who else would have known about Greece, Umberto? Johnny Siegel's dead.
What do you know about Johnny Siegel?
Nothing. Must have been something she said.
Where is Michelle, Mark?
I don't know. I followed her to Procopio and then lost her.
Then how did you find out about this place?
Must have been something else she said. That's why I'm here. I thought you'd know better than anyone else where she'd be.
Umberto Bellini's a crook. You probably knew that already. To be more specific, he dealt in stolen property. He was a fence. Of course, he got rid of most of the stuff he handled, but not everything. The really hot pieces, the specials, he hid. And he's still got them somewhere.
So your plan was really quite simple. To find Umberto Bellini's hidden store. When did you first get the idea?
After Johnny Siegel died.
He knew the place?
Well, he said he did. Michelle had told him, you see. I'd heard about Michelle. So I figured a way where I could...
Me? Or someone like me?
A double. A perfect double.
Suffering from amnesia?
Loss of memory was the only completely logical reason why Michelle had disappeared. Bellini would panic and go and check on the stuff he'd hidden in Greece. And I'd be where I am now, right on his tail.
There is everything you need in there. You sure you don't need help?
No, we don't have the time.
Where are we going?
Why not let it be a surprise, man, huh? All right, we'll be back later tonight.
They're making a move.
They're set for a journey. We'll keep as close as we can without letting them see us.
Nobody's been here for months.
Hold it. Go and take a look. We'll follow.
Excuse me, Jason. I don't really want to interrupt, but is that all?
My characters only die once.
Exactly. And as it's nearly the end of the picture, shouldn't we be, well, more spectacular? Jason, suppose we did it this way.
Well done, Litchfield.
Yes, well done, Litchfield. Over here, Michel. It's cozier.
Hadn't you better answer that?
Oh, yeah. Yes? Oh. It's for you, Jason.
For me? I dare anybody knew I was here. Thank you. Hello? Well, I'm not quite sure at this moment. Well, it is a little difficult to talk. May I call you back later? No, thank you.
Well, thank you, Jason, for giving me so much of your time.
Oh, not at all, Mr. Carmel. As a matter of fact, it's been an education for both of us. Yes, I'm not quite sure if your channel is ready for Mark Caine.
Jason, you don't know what you're saying.
Yes, I do.
Now, come on, let's talk about it. Think of the royalties.
Exactly what I am thinking about. That call was from the American television network. It was from their president. To wait for it, Carmel, discuss the possibility of doing a Mark Caine series on his network. Which means, if I accept his offer, it will do that to your charts. Jason, what can I say? Might I suggest rolling the end captions and fade?